Coming up, we congratulate the Springdale Public Schools Psychology Specialist for winning an award for outstanding practice. Plus, we take a dive into how exactly students at Tyson School of Innovation get their announcements. And J.B. Hunt Elementary got a very special visit from a West African band and dance group.
Hello everyone, I'm Brian Moran.
And I am Dane Myron. Today is October 1st, 2018. Thank you for joining us.
Our top story today, the Arkansas School Psychology Association awarded the Springdale School Psychology Specialist for outstanding practice in the state. Let's take a look.
With Psychology program, we provide mental health and counseling services. We provide evaluation and assessment services. We work with students that may be struggling academically or behaviorally, and then we also work with our administrator and special education teams in helping develop interventions and ideas for students within the classrooms.
We offer a full scope of services. We try to help students and families and teachers. Oftentimes, as outsiders coming in, we're able to offer suggestions that previously the teacher may not have thought of, and we're able to help students learn to their maximum potential.
Our days look a little bit different from day to day. Sometimes we spend our time doing assessments, which are one-on-one evaluations with students. Other times we might be doing observations or working in the classroom. Other times we're working with our administrators and our intervention groups as a team, trying to staff and determine appropriate interventions for students.
The Arkansas School Psychology Association gave us the award, and they called for nominations from basically anyone, our peers or administrators, and then letters of support. It was really great to get the award. It's always good to be recognized for your passion and your dedication and the hard work that you do every day.
Springdale Schools has 13 school psychologists who travel all around our schools and help students achieve in school. They also help in social and emotional learning.
Announcements are a key factor in communication throughout a school.
That's right, Dane. We take a look at Tyson School Innovation and how they're working on a new step to uniquely announce what's going around their school.
Students need to know valuable information so that way they can know where to go, especially with some kids who might be new, like it's big, like it's different, you might not be used to it, you need to know what's happening. And the only real announcements that you get was just stuff that our own teachers would tell us. They didn't do announcements often, and if they did, it was just a pledge and no more to silence.
We're going to try and set up live streams across the school to where we have a news program that students can watch and listen to. We're hoping to have the ability to pull it up on their device, like on their phone or Chromebooks or personal computers. And then we're going to have a forum where teachers can submit things they want said in the announcements, from assignments to future info.
Our announcement program at DTSOI is student-driven. Everything about what our students present as news here at the School of Innovation is news that the students have gone out and deemed as newsworthy.
By having people be more aware of what the day's going to be like, it can be helpful, and it'll get people to actually listen in and pay attention and actually know what's going on.
This is definitely going to get better as time goes along, as long as we get the technology to do so.
Tyson School of Innovation will have a full announcement program and running by the end of the first semester.
J.B. Hunt Elementary got paid a special visit from a West African band and dance group to showcase cultural dances and get the kids to get their groove on. Mariah and Martha show us.
Well, today we're having Afrik Aya come. and they're going to be performing African tribal dancing and drumming for the students here at Hunt. And our principal, Michelle Dozier, informed me about this group, Afrikaya, that looked very exciting and connected with the music curriculum.
You know, the kids love the arts, and the last group was completely engaged when they were drumming and dancing. There wasn't a kid out there that wasn't participating. So they just love the arts, and they love music, and they love dance.
The drummers were really cool and a lot of fun to dance with, because it was really cool to watch them.
Our 5th grade program this year is an African porkoi story, and they'll be able to incorporate some of that into their music this year too.
Hunt's 5th grade choral program plans to host their first performance near the end of October. Look for it on the Springdale Schools YouTube channel.
We're going to take a quick commercial break, but don't go anywhere. Because when we come back, we feature the volleyball at Har-Ber and an inside look at robotics at Springdale.
Springdale School District presents Springdale Reads, a grade-by-grade reading initiative to get all Springdale School students reading on grade level by 3rd grade. The project is focusing less on reading instruction and more on actual reading. Students are given 40 to 60 minutes a day set aside just for reading. All throughout the district, it has become a priority for its young students to find the fun in reading.
We came to Arvest Bank to see what makes it different.
It's a community bank that really reaches out to the customers to make them feel special. I feel special every time I come in here.
They want to be involved in the community and want to be part of the community.
They support our university, our athletic department.
They've told us that they could have a fleet of volunteers there to help this year if we needed.
I see them at a lot of our Hispanic community events that we do.
I can't think of another bank in the city that has such a big community presence as Arvest.
Arvest Bank, our customers say it best.
Get your child ready for grade school with pre-K in Springdale Schools. Affordable costs, create friendships, and get a head start on education. You can enroll your child at Springdale Schools webpage by August 1st, 2018. You can also contact us at 479-750-8889. Springdale Schools Pre-K program. A second home for your child to get the education they need.
Welcome back, everyone. Dane, have you ever wondered what it would be like to be a volleyball player for one day?
I think it would be a lot of fun, but a lot of hard work.
I bet you're right, Dane. Har-Ber TV's Nick Lotru did a day in the life as a volleyball player. Let's take a look.
2018, junior year. I knew this was going to be my year to find my sport. And what better way to start than trying to hit a ball over a net, right? I took the opportunity of a lifetime to practice with one of the best volleyball teams in the state of Arkansas. Volleyball, pretty simple, right? What could go wrong? I soon learned the answer to that lurking question. At first, I wanted to take my time and be able to analyze all that was going on. I began to look around and try to decide what position I best fit at. I was able to talk with senior Hallie Roberts, who told me what it was like being the position of a middle blocker, as well as Tori Sugg, who was one of Wildcats' best right-side players. But before I could decide this, I was suddenly thrown into drills.
All right, here we go. Set it up. Both sides. Setters, I want you setting. I'll have you switch every 2 minutes.
Uh-oh. Ah!
That's your zone, Nick. You're out now.
Sorry.
Not being very much prepared, I think it's fair to say I wasn't off to the best of starts. And despite all the girls being nice to me, Coach Schischler showed no mercy, treating me just like the others.
In, Nick, in. You have 5 burpees for that.
Oh, gosh.
Yep. Stop letting balls drop.
Sorry. Ah!
There you go, Nick.
I tried to back up. It was just coming so fast.
Move those feet, though. You're going to get your head cut off if you're not careful.
Oh! That's me. Ah.
I'm going to have to make you run already, aren't I?
So about this point in time, I was beginning to regret ever thinking that this game would be easy, and in no way was that the case. As my frustration showed, I realized that there was one key skill I had yet to showcase, my deadly serve.
I'm moving positions. No, I'm done.
All you, Nick. All you. Oh, dear. Keep your toss in front of you, Nick. Toss in front of you. Oh, dear. That's new jump serve.
So maybe not even my serve was quite as good as I had once hoped. and after multiple failed attempts, I started to realize just how hard this game was, and just how easy these girls made it look. And maybe that's just a testimony as to how good this year's team is, with one of the most encouraging and talented coaches in the state in Coach Tischler, and under the leadership of seniors like J.C. Carpenter, Tori Sugg, Hallie Roberts, Lauren Cloud, and Molly Kingston. This team truly has what it takes to take home a state title.
Okay, all right. Cats on 2.
1, 2, 3.
Cats.
As always, reporting for WCSN, I'm Nick Luttrell.
Har-Ber TV is streaming live all volleyball games this year. Watch it on your mobile device on the Mascot Media app, or watch it on Springdale School's YouTube channel.
Robotics is a rapidly growing field in the Springdale school system. Springdale Bulldogs TV takes us inside the robotics class.
Robotics isn't just about building a robot, but going in depth on how to guide the robot using programs and calculus.
Robotics class is a class where the students learn how to do some basic C++ programming. They use a program called Robot C to control a robot that they build. So the robotics, you're required to be able to design and build and test a robot. You use coding to make it do what you want it to do.
The robotics class is not just an academic class, but also a competitive class.
In competitions, we have a game that we have to play, and we have to be better than the other robots at scoring. We have to score higher, and we have another robot that we work with because there's teams from different school districts.
Preparing for the competition is not exactly an easy task.
We pack up enough to build a new robot if we need to over there, and we look over everything, and if we think something's wrong, we'll usually try and fix it in whatever time we have.
We prepare by practicing here and driving the robot, and at competitions we compete against teams around the world.
Sometimes the lesson in robotics are more than just getting ready for competition or making a robot. A lot of the times the lesson is about life itself.
Something that I've learned is to be okay with losing, because sometimes you never know if you're going to go and you'll be competing against the best team in the entire state, and they could be a world level competition robot, and we just don't know until we get in there and play.
In November 3rd, the robotics team will head to their first competition. There is no doubt these Bulldogs are ready. From Bulldog TV, I'm Jackie.
Now it's time for a commercial break. When we come back, we'll take a look at what will be live on Springdale Public Schools YouTube channel.
Springdale Public Schools are connecting students to
student achievement,
safety,
personalized teaching,
partnerships,
Follow Springdale Public Schools on all social media platforms. On Facebook and Twitter, you can find up-to-date information about events, school closures, and student and faculty achievements. Instagram provides weekly highlights and major news. YouTube is the home for sports live streams, district news, student productions, school board meetings, and live performances. Connect to Springdale Public Schools for pictures, videos, news, events, and more.
Let's check out what's happening on the YouTube channel this week.
Well, that's all the time we have for this week. Thank you for watching Springdale Today.
Make sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
For Springdale Today, I'm Brian Moran.
And I'm Dane Myron. Goodbye, everyone.